and move on. Listen, every one person on earth has a past to overcome. Can I get a fan? Every one person on earth has what? A particular past. Listen, hear me. You have a past. And don't allow the weight of the past to be on you. When I was in Galilee in July program, I got to family house. I said, wow, is it, you mean that this is where I was born? I couldn't believe that there was a time I slept in that house all my life. Even though the house, the particular building where I grew up was already demolished. I came out of the main road of that place. I said, you mean that this is the main road where I used to go to school from? I couldn't believe that. In fact, that is the first time it happened to me in my life. This July that passed. That is the first time. That is the first time I was awestruck. I was terribly awestruck. I said, somebody help me, tell me the truth. You mean that this is where I grew up? I couldn't find myself there. I said I couldn't do what? I couldn't find myself. I couldn't find myself because I have moved on. And I look at that past, I said, this is not me. It didn't happen. It didn't happen that I slept in this place for 3 months every night. No, it didn't happen. And did you know why it was possible? It was possible because I have gone through mental and spiritual regeneration. I've become a new creature. When there are certain environments you hate, when you have become new, when, like what I said in the start, you keep on receiving continuously. I said you keep on receiving. No, you don't encourage me. I'll be here on Friday. You don't encourage me. You don't encourage me. You don't encourage me to put it on people. Do you know what it means for somebody to move on? Jesus was vulnerable. After a time, he moved on. He moved on and became immortal. The Bible says he grew. Let me show you the growth so that you can know how to grow. In Luke chapter 2, he grew. And hear me, moving on will involve finishing with your mistakes. Growth involves mistakes. Change of mentality. What you don't want to remember. And in case you don't know, great people make sometimes great mistakes. Storming mistakes. Because of the enemy they have from birth. I said because of the enemies they have from birth. Great people have great enemies from birth. So sometimes they make outrageous mistakes. But you don't talk about mistakes, you talk about what mistake have achieved in you. Because after mistake or growth process has given you a lesson to learn, there will be nothing to regret. I said after mistakes are spared in lesson, nothing else is left for anybody to regret. Let me say it again, you will like it. I said after mistake has paid in lessons. In chapter 2 verse number 40 of the book of Luke, and the child grew, was strong in spirit, filled with wisdom, and the grace of God was upon him. 52, he grew. Yes, and the child increased in wisdom and stature, favor with God and man. Now sometimes people cannot know that when they grow in wisdom, when they grow in stature, when you grow in knowing, you will grow in favor. When you grow in understanding, you will grow in favor. When you grow in wisdom, you will grow in favor. When you grow in the Lord, you will grow in favor. Every act of growth will involve learning in a particular direction. Learning in a particular direction causes you what is called unavoidable growth. You cannot deny what you ate. If you eat and come here, if you eat and you are here, you will not deny what you ate. Now what you ate determines what goes on inside you. And let me tell somebody, a father, let me tell a mother, instead of taking your children for prayers, take them them to great men of God and let them listen. Make it a culture. That any time, I don't know, except Nigerians don't concentrate on preaching intelligence, or Africans, because they like hawking. They are temporary minded, so they produce more of magicians. They are always interested in what God will do for people immediately, instead of living a planned life. Instead of subjecting their children to teachers that can produce value from them with time, they want them to be laying hand on them and say, my son was dreaming bad dream. Pray for him, he has an evil spirit. It's not evil spirit he has, he's an idiot. He needs to be imparted. And then you don't lay hand to change idiotism. This person reasons like an idiot. His father is Satan. His father, your husband is a fool, a wine tapper. He doesn't lay hand. He should go to school and learn. Don't lay hand on him. Everything I know, I learn it. So why would somebody learn? When this service ends by 3 and you go out to another place, the challenges of life make demand on your mind. The things that happen around you makes demand on what you know. And then every day you consult your mind. Now what about if the mind is dark? How can you cope? The mind makes demand of everything. Of the clothes I wear to come to church, the shoe I wear, I have to decide. The wristwatch I wear, the time I stop what I'm preaching and go to another topic, this just goes on in my mind. Now it reveals the measure of brightness in me. You can't hide it. It controls when I sing, when I lower my voice, my movement, even at the altar. It has to do with the mind. The gesticulation, whether I'm raising my 2 hands, I'm bringing it down, or I'm pointing. This is activity of the mind. You cannot separate it. Now, my mind controlling, it doesn't consult me. It does it. It does it to reveal what it has eaten. So when that boy raised his hand and went to slap his wife, it's the mind. So much darkness. And can it be hidden? Everybody on earth must grow. Some people grow negatively, some will grow positively. If you're a father, your children are gift to you, make them grow positively. If they must grow positively, you must not allow them to grow on their own. You must choose their path. The path they will follow controls their growth. Let me say again. I said the path they follow controls. I commend them to God. Commend you to God and what a great is capable of building you, and then give you inheritance. In Galatians chapter 4, 1 to 7, the difference between a servant and a potential king is the training. So you don't allow this. You don't train everybody the same way. I said you don't. Excuse me. Moses was there in Egypt. And because he had to come for emancipation, God made an arrangement for him to go out. And all who couldn't go out they were subjected to bondage, because Moses couldn't have accomplished the work of redemption if God didn't arrange going to Midianite to go and get higher knowledge. From that priesthood that enabled him accomplish emancipation. So every day life makes demand on us, on change, on platform. I came here with the spirit of might. Kennedy, that's where I am, on the spirit of might. I came here with might. Might is a form of God's energy. Do you know what it does? Might is revealing a particular energy that is not with human beings. And it is a messianic spirit. Please, that is challenging me to tell you. If you ignore what makes you unique, you shall be treated like an ordinary person. Chapter 5, 6 of Revelation. Why some people suffer at old age is because they ignored ability that should put crown on their head. Don't chase money, chase the ability. Look for that ability. If you want a man to marry you, a special man to marry you, produce a special ability that can attract a special man. And that ability should not be called love. It's an economy.